put in a new marker and ready to go. Kitty Cat is not here this morning. What actually? Kitty Cat is here this morning. Zilby is in petting distance. Just also super playful right now. So let me switch that over. And then in the meantime, I can answer stacking. Yeah, you notice that the music was working this morning. That's mostly because I gave up. I was trying to use the Twitch music thing again, and the app. I'm still using the app with that music. However, I'm just capturing it through the outbound audio with OBS and sending that out. So it's kind of cheating a little bit. This is one of her favorite toys now. I'll let him play with it on the ground a little bit. How does the music work? Do you control the volume? That's the thing. Oh, sorry about that. Too far from the mic? Okay. Yeah, I normally when I have the whiteboard view, I probably should have switched over to the whiteboard view for that, which would use the other mic, which is lower quality, but at the same time, it would have been hear me better. How does the music work? Do you control the volume? So the music works. I have this application that I got from Twitch, and in OBS warning for this, I suppose. I have this right here. And so it sees like I can see a soundtrack by Twitch companion audio. I see the audio coming through here, and if I mute this, I can still hear this coming out of my speakers. Because I'm like it's playing out of my speakers, and we can see it's trying to send this out. But I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why it doesn't actually go out to the stream source. Nobody can hear it. Well, I'm assuming you still can't hear it, right? Lord Mizd, you did send me some CSS, and I lost it. It's the simple answer. I was playing around with it and I kind of broke it. You okay? He meowed forlornly at my wife's door, wanting to go in. And I don't know like why. I think I removed it from here. Yeah, let's try that. So if I do that, come over here, we're gonna create a new browser source. We're gonna do chat. No. What do you want, kitty cat? He's doing this this hilarious thing where he's growling. He's growling as he's also playing with that little red ball that I gave him. Which is it's a little disconcerting because like it sounds like maybe he's not having fun, but no, he's having a lot of fun. But he's also just running all over the place. Which I can't capture with my camera. I don't have like something fast enough to like switch to. But okay. Let's see. What was the URL? Is like chat. What was the URL? Is like chat. Oh, is twitch.tv /berserker /chat. Yeah, I think it's slash chat, right? Yeah, I think it's slash chat, right? And this is the new this is basically what we get out of that. So I think the biggest thing is that I need to like I still need to customize this somehow. And like change things around. Center Friday, another streamer made a chat overlays. Streamparrot.com, you can check that out. Check that out. No. That. Chicken Heed, good morning. You just gotta add the CSS. Didn't I add the CSS? If we take a look at here, this is all that CSS. This is all that CSS right in here. And that's what's showing up. It's not the best. It's not the best. So I clicked OK. And then yeah, it doesn't like this. Whatever it's trying to do, it's not happy with it. That look way different. In the screenshots in a paste bin. Yeah, I've noticed that with some of these. And whatever font we're happening here, that is not happy with this. I don't know. It's bad enough that like I'll keep it up so I don't lose it, but I'm gonna go ahead and not have that. Oh, chat pop out equals true. Oh. That didn't really change much. Okay, so chat. Pop out. Okay, let me just copy and paste that just to make sure I don't. And then stacking. Center Friday and the streamer made a chat overlay. Steam Parrot, but CM Griff. Okay, CM Griffin made it. Nice. He's been doing some. Like he was doing a little bit of Rust at one point in time. It's supposed to make it transparent, but as you can see, like I'm playing around with it. Looks like Twitch changed the classes. It doesn't work. Well, that would do it. Let's see. What else have I missed here? So stacking, you're gonna ask to whitelist me. Awesome. That'd be great. I think I said hello, Chicken Heed. The Streamlabs have preset layout to use them. What it was thinking. I'm not signed up for Streamlabs. I suppose I could look into it. Nixitive. Hello, good morning. Oh, he made a really nice game of Life with Wasm. Nice. Okay, you might need to sign up before he can whitelist you. Okay, so that is the steamparrot.com. That is the steamparrot.com. So new chat overlay. So I'll go ahead. Sign up. Sign up. They just want my email address. They just want my email address. Okay. That's all they want. Authorize. All they want. Authorize. All right, I signed up. All right, I signed up. And I'll just leave that open something. Can I use this? Overlay. Overlay. Oh, okay. So they showed. Oh, okay. So they showed. Oh, these aren't our chat messages. Oh, these aren't our chat messages. Oh no, they're okay. Oh no, they're okay. Don't know what that was about. Don't know what that was about. Oh, interesting. They don't have. Okay, so they're. Oh, interesting. They don't have. Okay, so they're not setting the usernames for dark mode nicely. The usernames for dark mode nicely. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know it exists too, and I see a bunch of people using it. Yeah, I know it exists too. How would I? Okay, so. How would I? Okay, so. Okay, get this link, paste it in. Okay, so copy you. Paste it in. Okay, so go to chat. Go to chat. Paste. Paste. No. Copy. No. Copy. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what frame rate I want to be. Frame rate I want to be. Okay. What does that look like? Okay. What does that look like? Interesting. Okay, so I don't see any of the messages here. I wonder. Oh wait, you know what? Did I leave the custom CSS? Maybe needs to go away. Custom CSS maybe needs to go away. There we go. That's what I wanted. And so width, if I want like slightly less than half of this width. Actually, around half the width. So let's do like 400 and 600. Like 400 and 600. If I do that. Right there. I think you should be okay. I think you should be okay. And then let's just leave it at this for right now and see how this looks. The Comic Sans greatly bothers you. I've seen he uses Comic Sans also a mono Comic Sans for his programming environment. Whoop, wrong one. Whoop, wrong one. You go over there. Nope. You go over there. Stop. Go over there. Stop. Over there. Thank you. Okay, so I think I've got that working. Yeah, I can make it transparent on the dashboard. Yeah, I can make it transparent on the dashboard. Colors. Background. Fully transparent. Maybe just almost transparent. Does it autosave? Copy you. Okay. Copy you. Okay, there we go. Not sure how I feel about that. Please change the font. Absolutely. Can I do that? Absolutely. Layout. And do settings. Font. There it is. Font. Comic Sans MS. Oh, Comic Sans MS. Oh, yeah. Popular fonts. What do I want to do? Oh, it takes a few minutes to update? Oh, it takes a few minutes to update? I guess, yeah, I guess there is no... I guess there is no... Oh, interesting, okay. Oh, interesting, okay. Interesting, so it's not, interesting. The URL stays the same. The URL. It doesn't like regenerate URLs for like versioning control. I just changed the settings and it immediately changes everything. So let's try this for a little while. The chat is actually running on your computer, and the website is just using WebSockets to update settings on your computer. Wait, really? No. This chat is? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's running on this browser, definitely. The settings and like the CSS, it's grabbing from Stream Parrot. Yeah, TMI can run in the browser, definitely. All right, so I think we got this going. I'm gonna experiment with this for a while. Looking inside of their example chat thing. Turn off those examples. I don't need them. I have you all. They're getting really weird. All right, I hope I don't miss anybody. If I did, see. If you want a different font, let me know. Just like give me a font to try, and I'll throw it in there. But thank you, Stacking, for finding this and letting me know. It looks like it's working just fine. All right, so back to this. Consolas. Ooh, Consolas isn't available in the search results. In Consolas is. It's not a possible font. Also, it bothers me that these aren't in alphabetical order. Yeah, Inconsolata is the closest spelling to that. So unfortunately, I can't do that. You're a flatten. I'll have to definitely take a look through, like, look through all these settings later. Something monospaced. There's. I could search for mono. There's so many different mono-spaced ones. Okay, I think that updated. You use JetBrains mono. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. Looks at, okay, so what I see on my screen is not what you see over here, which I'm glad for that. Okay, so I don't think JetBrains mono is going to be in this list though. Because that's a proprietary font, right? Fira code? There's Fira Sans. Fira Mono. Oh, Fira Code. There we go. Yeah, that worked. Whoa. Oh yeah, because it takes so long to update over here. Yeah. Okay. Oops. So we'll be getting over to this shortly, in like a couple minutes for this update. That's cool. In the meantime, Ignore.
In the meantime,
ignore the chat.
Ignore the chat.
There it goes.
There it goes.
All right. Let's get on and take a look at what we've got
Let's
here.
get on and take a look at what we've got here.
We do cargo run.
We do cargo run.
What font am I using in here? That is a really good question.
What font am I using in here? That is a really good question.
What font am I using?
What font am I using?
I'm using Consolas.
I'm using Consolas.
So I have that available here.
So
I just don't have it available in my browser.
In my browser.
Or at least it's not in their choice.
Or at least it's not.
Should give JetBrains Mono a try. Is that available outside of the JetBrains?
Is that available outside of the JetBrains
ecosystem?
Ecosystem.
I have to like go to JetBrains website, right, and download it.
To JetBrains website, right, and download it.
Or do I have to purchase a copy of JetBrains,
Or
like in one of the JetBrains?
Like in one of the JetBrains
software.
Software.
Got to download and install it, then you can use it everywhere.
Got to download and install it,
interesting.
then you can use it everywhere. Oh, interesting.
Add to my to-do, which
is
let's see. Download. Let's see. JetBrains. Is it just JetBrains Mono font?
Is it just JetBrains Mono?
Try with ligatures. Ooh, and you gave me. Okay, so. Oh yeah, download font right here.
Download font right
that.
here.
In Windows, how do I install fonts? Let's see, after extract all. And extract. Okay, there's the TTFs. Is there like a font? It's font settings. Ooh, okay, drag and drop to install. Do I have to is it the .zip file? Just the TTF files. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Where's that now? All right, so I have. There's variable size fonts too. Interesting. Okay, so here's the true type font. My mouse release. Drag you in. Okay, so that's JetBrains. Mono with ligatures. Okay, so if I come back over here. Go to font. Controls the font family. So I think I can do is replace Consolas with JetBrains Mono. Regular, I suppose. Font ligatures. I want you. True. Also, mono. Oh, you gotta put a space and no regular. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. True. Okay, so we got that there. I think that already took effect, right? Let's come back into here. Let's go into our credits file. Is there any place where I'm using the ligatures? Don't see anything there. Wait, did I do it wrong? I am doing it wrong. Oh, JetBrains mono. Let me see if I can search for it.
JetBrains mono. Let me see if I can search for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
I do
yeah.
that.
Okay. I do that.
Can I just copy you? No? Okay, cool.
No?
So you are JetBrains space mono.
JetBrains space
with
mono.
No regular?
With no regular?
Like that.
Like that.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Do I need quotes? This one has quotes around it.
Do I need quotes? This one has quotes around it.
Oh, okay, this is looking different.
Oh, okay, this is looking different.
I don't have quotes, but you also don't have anything else in there.
I don't have quotes, but you also don't have anything else in there.
Yeah, I can remove some.
Yeah, I can.
The rest of this, I don't really care if it chooses a default after it.
Really care if it chooses a default after it.
The terminal only supports monospace fonts.
Supports monospace fonts.
Oh. Why? Wait a second. I have to restart this.
Wait a second.
Because it found a new font. Okay, hold on.
Because it found a new font. Okay, hold on.
Open up VS Code. Download the new Rust Analyzer. Okay, Rust Analyzer came out with an update between when I started the stream and now. That's fine. Although it's a new week, so that's to be expected as well. Let's go ahead and open up U. That does look very different.
Go ahead and open up U. That does look very different.
Here we go. Here's our ligatures.
Here we go. Here's our ligatures.
Let's try this for a while. To take a look.
Let's try this for a while. To take a look.
We'll sort of like feel, see how we feel about it.
We'll sort of like feel, see how we feel about it.
What were we working on? What were we doing?
What were we working on? What were we doing?
Oh, we changed my terminal font too. Interesting.
We changed my terminal font too. Interesting.
Streamer. Run.
Streamer. Run.
So we got the game running. We got all the drops and everything else are working, I believe.
We got all the drops and everything else are working, I believe.
So I should be able to do. Snake. Okay, so everything else is still good here.
Snake. Okay, so everything else is still good here.
Fire 2.
Fire 2.
Right, so we have Cheddar's hit with teammates. Okay, so that seemed to be fine.
With teammates. Okay, so that seemed to be fine.
And then I want to strip out all the all the same streamers.
All the same streamers.
So I guess there's a question of like, where do I want to do that? When we create new here, we're passing in the teammates and the hitting chatters. I basically want to remove anything when they're like the same in here, and then also if hitting chatters are in teammates, remove them from teammates.
Remove them
as
from
well.
teammates. As well.
That's what I really care about. I suppose we could also do this when we're creating this too. Yeah, that's sort of our main library. Hitting chatters there. Okay, so here's where we're hitting chatters. We're pushing into here. It's possible that we want to check to see if we're already in here, and if we are, then don't push.
then don't push.
Yeah, I think that's what we want. So check to see if we're already in here. And then
check to see if we're already in here.
only push if
then
we aren't.
Only push if we aren't.
So if I do self dot,
So if I do
hitting chatters,
self dot,
is there a
hitting
search?
chatters.
There's a binary search.
Is there a search? There's
I think I have to do an
binary
inner.
search. I think I have to do an inner.
Oh, there's no search off of that too.
Oh,
I also use a browser extension that injects CSS in order to set all the text on the site to JetBrains Mono and to remove rounded corners. Right, I think you did mention you don't like rounded corners. I'm okay with them. As long as they're not too rounded, because then I have trouble seeing like the difference between one and like where the start of the other when buttons are very close to each other. But they don't bother me too much.
They don't bother me too much.
That being said, I usually allow the browsers to sort of choose their fonts. Although it's like, it's funny because like I don't know what fonts I like.
It's funny because
and
like,
yet I can tell when I don't like fonts. But it's
tell
really
when
weird because then choosing a font for myself for like any applications that I'm building, I'm like, I don't know. Just not Comic Sans, but we'll go with Papyrus. And like, wait, what?
Comic Sans, but we'll go with Papyrus. And like, wait, what?
Okay, so what can I do here to like find out whether or not our hidden characters are in here? A root, border radius 0, important, font family JetBrains Mono, monospace. Nice.
Monospace.
It's does that break everything for you? Because I've noticed that when I've done that in the past, and maybe it was too long ago that I tried that. It was at least 5 years ago.
And maybe
it broke everything.
It was at least 5 years ago. And it broke everything.
And by broke everything, I mean like the design of so many websites were just completely destroyed. All right. I want to. Dev Spajas rating with a party of 5. Awesome. Dev Spajas, thank you so much. How's your stream? And everyone else, welcome. We've sort of been playing with getting a chat overlay going up here. I guess up there. And we also have been sort of getting our font changed. We're experimenting with JetBrains Mono right now. Hey Dev Spajas. How was your stream? Or what were you streaming? Let's see. It was great. Awesome. That's good to hear. JetBrains Mono is nice for code edition. Yeah, it does feel kind of weird, right? Using the competitor's editor font for this. You're making a base building colony sim. Ooh, that sounds fun. JetBrains Mono is awesome for everything. I mean, I've heard that about several different fonts. I've just never really tried them. You like the like the fat I was turning into like you like the font ligatures. I have the font ligatures turning on, so you can see them here. Yeah, I like those too. When it's one of the things where when I create build a new computer, or like switch over to a new computer, I generally forget to like set those up, so I live with them for a long time, and then I just kind of forget until eventually somebody reminds me to put them back on again, and I was like, oh yeah, I did like those. I totally forgot. Okay, so if I need to figure out if something is in here, we need to go in and look at.
Something is in here. We need to go in and look at.
So open up Rust doc.
Open up Rust.
See what we can look at in.
See what we can look at in.
First of all, okay, I want.
First of all,
API.
I want.
Thank you.
API.
Okay, let's take a look at our vectors.
Okay, let's take a look at our vectors.
You never used Rust, but you've heard a lot of good things. I like Rust. It's
good things.
I would say like a lot of the things that people talk about that are good, I would say that yes, they are good. Some of the things that people talk about good, I would say is maybe being a little bit enthusiastic with their praise. And of course, there's always bad things in every language.
And of course, there's always bad things in every language.
That being said, considering all those together, I like Rust and I like to program with it. But I don't do it professionally, so I don't have that.
But I don't do it professionally.
Reference to go with, or frame of mind. Okay, so I don't see a. Or is there a find? Is that what it is?
So I don't see a. Or is there a find? Is that what it is?
No, there's no find.
No, there's no find.
No, this. Okay, room is a specified range.
Room is a
That's not
specified
what I
range.
I want retain. Okay, I think it's gonna be a find, not like a search.
I think it's gonna be a find.
I don't see it off of vectors on their own. I think I'm gonna have to go into the iterator. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this vector. The self dot hitting chatters. Going to get the iterator out of it, and then we're going to find. Okay, predicate. So that's just going to be function here. So this is going to be a chatter.
Function here. So this is going to be a chatter.
A chatter. Okay, so then in the chatter I want to return. Vec iter find. Yeah, thank you, Lord Mist.
Thank you, Lord Mist.
That reminds me, because we restarted code, I have to turn this back on.
Again.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, my keyboard layout got changed. That's why. There we go. The Zilby, our resident kitten who sometimes shows up. You can see I have the camera pointing where he likes to play. He is not here right now, but he walks over my keyboard during the day sometimes, and he changed the layout. Which I have caps lock as escape. So if you see me like accidentally switch to caps mode, it's because I wasn't on the layout that I was expecting. That's a double reference, so you should use the ref keyword. Oh yeah, I see that. Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting. Ref keyword. Where do I want to put that? I don't think it would be here, right? Use a fancy CSS style sheet applied on a pop-up chat window for your chat overlay. That's kind of what this is. We're using Steam Parrot, which is brand new. It's in beta, I think. And that's given me. Okay, so I can put the ref in here. I don't know why. I never use ref. No. That made it a triple reference. That made it a triple reference when I did ref. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. It's ampersand. Okay. I mix that up too a lot. I actually kind of don't use the ref keyword very much anymore. Actually, I never really used it very much. I kind of just like do the deref or ampersand. Everywhere.
everywhere.
Okay, so we have the chatter, and what I want to do is I want to.
We have the chatter, and what I want to do
filter.
is I want to.
Didn't I do find?
Filter. Didn't I do find?
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't know. I thought I did
Oh, is
find,
it-
but I guess I did filter.
know.
Okay,
I
so
did find, but I guess I
find
did filter.
returns an option
Okay, so
with
find
the
returns
item that
an
I
option
found.
With the item that
So
I
really,
found.
I'm looking for like none here.
So really, I'm looking for like none.
So we want to check to see if the chatter
So we want
name
to check to see
is
if
equal
the
to the other
chatter,
name. So we're gonna say, okay,
name
so if the chatter
is equal to the
dot
other
name,
So we're gonna say, okay,
if
so
that
the chatter
is equal
dot
to,
name, if that is equal to,
and so here's a problem. Inside of here we have chatter, and I've just lost access to this chatter.
inside
So I
of here
probably
we have
want
chatter,
this
and
to
I've
be
just lost access to this chatter.
a
So I probably
hitting
want
chatter.
This to be a
So
hitting
chatter.name
chatter.
is equal to hitting chatter.
So chatter.name is equal to
So if
hitting
those are the
chatter
same,
dot name. So if those are the same,
if those are the same, then this becomes
if those are the same, then this becomes
really a let's see.
really a
If
if
can I do it like if none? Or do I have to do
if
if
none?
let?
or do I have to do if let?
Okay, so if none, if we don't find this,
Okay,
then go
so
ahead and push the
If
chatter
none,
in.
if we don't find this, then go
Otherwise,
ahead and push
we're
the
not going to
chatter
do
in.
anything about this.
Otherwise, we're not going to do anything about this.
You're supposed to make the variable names and say closure is not long. With
You're
short, I
supposed
mean
to make the
ideally
variable
more,
names and
no
say
more than
closure
4
is not
letters.
long. With short, I mean
Yeah, I
ideally
think
more-
that's going to
no
be a
more than
made-up
4 letters.
convention, right?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a
I
made-up convention.
I
right?
personally don't like that because it.
I
okay,
personally
I have a
don't like that
personal
because
philosophy.
it-
I'm not
okay,
super
I have
alone
a
with this.
personal
I've had like
philosophy.
other people that I've chatted
I'm
to
not
come
super
up with
alone
this.
with this. I've had,
I
like,
don't
other
like
people that I've chatted to come up with
abbreviating
this.
variable names. I like
don't
writing out
like,
what they are.
Abbreviating
To
variable
whatever
names,
I use in my
writing out what they
my
are.
brain, or like when you
To
speak them out
whatever I
loud.
use in my-
What is
my
it? So
brain,
like
or like when you speak them
when
out
I say
loud,
like okay this
what is
this
it? So, like,
this file is
when I say, like, okay,
lib.rs,
this-
so I'm okay with naming
this
it
file is
lib instead of library.
library.rs, so I'm okay with naming it live instead of library.
Iter is fine as opposed to iteration.
Iter is fine as opposed to
But
iteration.
when we start doing things like okay
but
FLT
when we start doing things
instead of
like,
filter.
Okay.
Well, I
FLT
say filter
instead of filter. Well, I say filter
instead of FLT, so therefore it should really just be filter.
instead of FLT,
things like that.
So therefore, it should really just be filter. Things like that.
You call that variable C? Yeah, and
You
so like
call
I
that
guess
variable C.
I guess that's why I like this because
yeah, and
it's
so,
a
like,
very
I guess
it's
that's why I like
it's
this
extremely
because it's a
explicit,
very-
and it helps me
it's
when I'm
expli-
reading
it's
back through the code
extremely
later,
explicit, and
to
it
like
helps
understand what
me
this is,
when I'm
especially
reading back
since
through the code
you know
later,
it got
like,
moved to a
understand
different
what
line.
this is, especially since
So it's very easy for me to like forget that I'm in a block or
So it's
that
very
I'm
easy for me
something
to,
else is
like,
happening.
forget that I'm in a block or that something else is happening.
That's my personal convention. It's like what I generally do.
That's my personal convention. It's
I don't
like what I generally
I don't
do.
enforce it in code reviews
I don't
of like other people's
I don't enforce
other
it
people's
in
code.
reviews of like
It's
other
just my
people's-
own
other people's
my
code.
own philosophy and like how I
It's
code.
just my own philosophy and like how I code.
Do all right. So okay, this is making it so we only push in. We can test this.
This is making it so we only push in. We can test
That's
this.
not. I wanted cargo run.
That's not.
All right, let's try this out.
Run. All right, let's try this out.
Okay, so we want to have somebody
okay,
hit
so
twice.
We want to have somebody
So
hit
I-
twice. So
That. Okay, so
okay, so
stacking you hit twice. Perfect.
stacking
now,
you hit twice.
if
Perfect.
I just end the
Now,
game,
if
I'm not gonna get the heart.
I just end the game, I'm not
Snack.
gonna get the heart.
That
Snack.
won't do it.
That won't do it.
Why doesn't snack work? That should be an alias. Because I
Why
didn't set
doesn't
it.
snack work? That should be an alias. Because I
Okay,
didn't set
perfect.
it.
I mean, except for that
Okay, perfect.
really horrible lag there,
I mean,
but
except for
the rest
that
of it was perfect.
Really horrible lag there, but the rest of it was perfect.
All right, so it successfully didn't add it twice.
All right, so it successfully.
The next
didn't
thing
add it
is
twice.
we want to remove it from the
The next thing is we want to
the
remove
everyone
it
who hit.
from the everyone who hit.
I really like when all the things are properly named and the most
really
abstracted
like when
code
all
lines
the
are just
things
English
properly named
sentences.
And the most abstracted code
Yeah,
lines are just English sentences.
I can agree. I can get behind that.
Yeah,
Definitely. I definitely like that a lot.
Definitely.
We really need Snake to be an alias for Snake. That's pretty easy to do.
Really need
I think that was
Snake to
in
be an alias for
commands.
Snake. That's pretty easy to do. I think that was in commands.
We have Fire Sword,
Fire
Snake.
Sword,
I think we can do this,
Fire
right?
Sword, Snake. I think we can do this, right?
I think that works.
I think that works.
Okay, so now we have all the hitting chatters that are unique.
Okay, so now we have all the hitting
However, we
chatters
also
that
have.
are unique. However,
We
also
probably want to
have-
do the same thing.
We probably want to do
in-
the same thing in
Teammates. Okay, so here we receive a command and we're just saying, hey, self
so
teammates
here
to push.
we receive
We
a
really
command
want to do
and
the
we're just saying,
exact same
hey,
thing here.
self
So
teammates to push.
if
We really want to do the
none
exact same
equals
thing here.
self dot
If
teammates.
none equals self dot
Okay, so dot
teammates.
iter dot find.
Okay, so dot iter.
We're gonna do a
find.
reference to
We're gonna do a reference to
teammate chatter.
teammate chatter.
Teammate chatter dot name.
Teammate chatter dot name
Is equal to chatter dot name.
is equal to chatter dot name.
Why don't you see this? Mismatch types expected boolean
Why don't you
found
see this?
that.
Mismatch types expected boolean found that.
Is this not returning? This should be returning, right?
Is this not returning?
What did I do
It
wrong?
should be returning.
Oh, iter. That.
What did I do
There you go.
wrong? Oh, iter. That. There you go.
Expected boolean found nothing.
Expected boolean found nothing.
Tim Creef, you have to bounce, but you subbed because.
Tim Creef.
Wait, did you sub?
You have to bounce, but you subbed.
Oh no, you followed.
Wait, did
Thank
you
you so
sub?
much for the follow. Because it's
no,
quite
you
interesting.
followed. Thank you so
So you
much
might
for
see
the
me
follow.
soon. Well, thank you so much
Because
for
it's quite
stopping by
interesting.
and hanging out with us for a little bit.
Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit.
And yeah, I would look forward to seeing you in the rest of the streams.
In the rest of
Well, I was gonna like have to do some like other like things when you if you subscribe because that's a different thing altogether. But thank you so much for the follow. Though that's following is still
Thank you so much for the follow.
an awesome thing.
Following is still
Thank you so much.
At an awesome
Anyways,
thing.
I hope you have a great
so
rest
much.
of your day.
Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day.
So if none is equal to self.teammates
So if
dot iter,
none is
so we
equal
iterate
to
through this,
self.teammates
we find
dot iter,
we have a reference
so we
to our
iterate
teammate
through this,
chatter.
we
Teammate
find
chatter.name
we
is
have a
equal to
reference
chatter.name.
teammate chatter. Teammate chatter.name is equal to chatter.name.
Then we want you in here.
Then we want you in here.
What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Okay, so this is all part of this if statement, and then this is the other end
This is
here.
all part of this.
So
if
none
statement.
equals self.
This is the other end here.
Self.teammates.
none equals self.
So that's our vector of chatters.
Self.teammates.
We convert that into an
That's our
iterator.
vector of
Or we
chatters.
get the reference to an
convert that
iterator.
into an iterator. Or
Then we
get the
find
reference
off
to
of the
an
iterator. We have our
then
two
we find off
pipes
of the
for
iterator.
our
We have
closure
our two
here.
pipes for our
we get our variable name, and then we do our Boolean check, which auto returns here because I have no semicolon. But it's saying that I returned nothing.
It's saying that I returned nothing.
Okay, hold on. If I just return,
hold on.
true.
If I just return true.
Okay, you're still unhappy because I'm not returning what I think that I am.
I'm not returning what I think that I am.
I just did this down here. Let's just literally come on. Just copy and paste this again. Okay, so we have if none equals.
Equals.
That was what the problem was. That's what the problem was. I had single equals as opposed to double equals here at the if none
Single equals
is
as
equal
opposed to double equals here at the if none.
Okay, so want teammate chatter dot name is equal to chatter dot name
is equal to
that, and okay, so now we're only going to push this in if the teammate is not in there. So now it's going to be unique across like both teammates and chatters. Now when I create the new what is it called? In credits, in new, we get both hitting chatters and teammates. I want to strip out from teammates. Now this is this is a vec. Probably before this, maybe in the main library here. We want to before we create our credits, we want to run a function. Let's actually fold everything so I find out where I want to do this. So when we import game states, let's add a function in here that's going to strip out the repeating chatters across both of the vectors. So we're going to add at the end of here. So we're going to do function. What should we name this? This is going to remove. So what is this? Remove duplicate chatters. I think find is overkill for just checking if an iter has an element. You should use any. Wait, is there an any? And then put your predicate in there. Let me finish this thought first, then I'm gonna check the documentation to see what any is. Okay, remove duplicate chatters from.
Okay, remove duplicate chatters from.
Okay, no, not remove duplicate chatters. Remove chatters.
Remove chatters
from teammates. That also hit the stream. That's what we want to do. And so this is going to be basically remove hitting teammates. Okay, self. Not necessarily going to return anything. Okay, so if I do that, let's go ahead and take a look at. A Rust doc. Wrong one there. This is the right one. So it's the iter. I want to go to an iter from vector. Okay, so here's a blanket implementation of any. A trait to emulate dynamic typing. Most types implement any. I don't think that's right. Oh, you link. Test if any element of the iter matches a predicate. Okay.
Test if any element of the iter
Any
matches
text of
a
closure that
predicate.
returns true or
Okay.
false. It applies this
Any text of
closure
closure
to
that
each
returns true or
element.
false.
Okay, and then
Applies
it
this
returns just a
closure to
boolean.
each
Oh, that is
element.
nice.
Okay, and then it returns just a boolean.
So that is
nice.
off of an iterator. Okay.
So that is off of an.
This is one of the
iterator.
major things that I have with
This
with
is one
Rust.
Of the major things that I have
is
with Rust.
when I try to it's hard to sort of like see what you can do because the documentation really is best for when you know what you're doing. Like when you know what you're looking for.
When you know what you're doing. Like
Then you can find exactly what it is. Very easily. Okay, so then this isn't going to be if none. This is going to be just if
this isn't going to be
if that.
This is going to be
And then
just
we're fine here.
If
You
that.
don't get dereferenced there. Okay, you're fine
Get
now.
dereferenced there.
Now if I do a
Okay, you're fine now. Now if I do a
somewhere down here we're doing this again. Right.
somewhere
here.
down here we're doing this again.
You go
right
away.
Here.
You become iterator. You become an any, and we don't.
You become iterator.
We don't
become
reference you.
any, and we don't.
Okay, so I think you should be
don't
fine.
Reference you. Okay, so I think you should be fine.
Oh, you're right. Because this is if I do find it. If I
this is
don't
if I do
find
find
it. You're right. You're right. You're right.
If I don't find it, you're right. You're right. You're right.
If I don't find it. There we go. Thank you so much.
don't
Bear
find
Duda, hello.
Thank you
You
so
got an
much.
advertisement?
Bear Duda,
It
hello.
is.
You got an advertisement? It is.
Okay, it's an hour into the stream, so if I ran an advertisement.
Okay, it's an hour into the stream.
Before-
So if I ran an advertisement before.
If I ran an advertisement before I like officially began,
If I ran an
you still would have gotten
before I've like
a
officially
pre-roll
began,
ad coming in.
You still would
okay?
have gotten
That wouldn't have helped
a
then.
pre-roll ad coming in. Okay. That would-
Oh, there's iter.none instead. Hold on.
there's iter.none instead. Hold on.
None is what we want, and then wait a second.
None is what we want, and then
There
wait a
is
second.
no none. Hold on, let's go into the documentation here.
Is no none. Hold on, let's go into the documentation here.
There's no point in you running ads because they add no benefit to the timing.
There's no
well,
point in
they
you running
tell
ads
me
because they add no
in the
benefit to the
documentation
timing. Well,
that
they
if I run an
tell
ad, then
in
nobody
the
will get a
documentation
pre-roll ad
that if I run an
for,
ad, then nobody will get
like,
a
30
pre-roll
minutes.
ad for like 30 minutes.
But like, yeah, after 30 minutes, then like I'm not gonna run an
But
ad.
like,
no,
yeah,
this.
after 30 minutes, then like I'm not gonna run an ad.
At most, I run an ad every like couple hours, like on those longer streams, so I can take a break. But
a couple hours, like on those longer streams, so I can
Yeah,
take a
I don't-
break, But
it's mostly like at the
Yeah, I
beginning of
don't-
the stream. That's all I can think of.
it's mostly like at the beginning of the stream.
All
That's-
right, so
that's
we
all I
have
can
all any.
think of.
Where was the
all right,
none?
So we have all any. Where was the none?
I don't see it here. There is no none. Okay,
I don't see it here. There is no none. Okay.
I didn't see any not any either.
I didn't see any not any either.
Okay, so I think we want to leave this as
Okay, so I think we want to leave this as
leave you as any, leave you as
leave you as
bang here.
Leave you as bang here.
Okay, so that should be fine.
Okay.
Then we
so
want
that
this
should be
other
fine.
this other function. Remove the
Then we want
chatters
this
from the
other-
teammates
this
that
other
also hit the
function.
streamer.
Remove the chatters from the
So
teammates
this is
that
going to
also
be
hit the
interesting.
streamer.
We want to
So this is
probably
gonna be interesting. We want to
essentially filter,
probably-
but we can also do
we
retain.
want to essentially
So
filter.
we're going to do
We
self
can also
dot
do retain. So we can do
hitting
self dot,
chatters dot retain.
hitting chatters.
We'll have our predicate. So this is going to be a
we'll have our predicate. So this is going to be
a hitting
a-
chatter.
a hitting
Now.
chatter. Now,
I want to retain this chatter if they're not in.
I want to retain this
The,
chatter if they're not in the
if the other one. So okay, so I want to test to see
the other
okay
one.
if
so okay, so I want
self
to
dot-
test to see okay if self dot
this is
this is
really teammates. I want to retain on teammates.
I want to retain.
Okay, so if self dot hitting chatters dot iter dot any.
Iter.
I'm gonna put a function here, and so this is
Put a function here, and so this is
a team chatter.
a team chatter.
Teammate chatter to be consistent. Okay, so this is
chatter
a
to be consistent.
hitting chatter.
Okay, so this is a hitting
And
chatter.
so if the hitting chatter, okay, so
And
if
so if the
hitting chatter
so
dot
if
name is equal to the
hitting
teammate
chatter
chatter
dot
dot name.
is equal to the teammate
Okay,
chatter
so
dot name.
if it finds this, they
Okay,
found
so
it in the hitting
if it
chatters,
finds this,
which means that
They
I
found
want
it in the hitting chatters,
to do the
which means that I want
opposite of this.
to do the
I want to
opposite of this.
remove you.
I want to
So retain is keeping it.
remove you.
So I want to
retain
remove it.
is keeping it.
I want you to be
so I want to
false
remove you.
if you find it.
I want you to be false if you find it.
And then I need you. Okay, so you're the last line here.
And then
You should.
Okay, so you're the
What are-
last line here. You should.
Cannot borrow self.teammates is mutable because it's also borrowed as immutable.
Self.teammates is mutable because it's also borrowed as immutable.
Self.teammates is. Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I wonder if I need. Do I need to clone it first?
I wonder if I need. Do I need to clone it first?
Chatters is pretty small. I could clone it.
Chatters is pretty
Or I could go through and like create another
I could
vector
clone it. Or I could go through and like create another
of
vector
names.
of names.
Oh, and the hits should be a lot smaller. Like I should.
Oh, and
Okay,
the hits should
I can
be a lot
clone
smaller.
the hitting
Like,
chatters
okay.
to begin
I can
with.
clone the hitting chatters to begin
So let's
with.
do that at the beginning here. So we'll do
Let's do that at the beginning here.
like
So
hitters
We'll do let
equals
like hitters.
self dot hitting chatters dot
equals
clone.
Self dot hitting chatters dot clone.
So I'll do that to begin with, and then here
do
is
that to begin
instead of
with.
self it
And then
becomes
here is instead of just
hitters
self, becomes
like that.
just hitters like that.
Then we're gonna remove hitting teammates right before
Then we're gonna remove hitting
we
teammates
create the new.
right before we create the new.
So where chat one.
So where
Okay, so if chat one or if player one,
okay, so if chat one
we want to create the new credits. So
want to
right
create
before
the
we
new
create the new
credits.
credits, we're gonna do
so
self
right
dot
before we create the new credits, we're gonna do self dot
remove hitting teammates,
remove hitting teammates.
and then we pass in the resulting
And
vector
then-
right here.
then we
It
pass
shouldn't
in
change
the
again.
resulting,
Mir
here.
Clamp,
It
hello.
shouldn't change again.
It's okay.
Mir Clamp, hello.
I did forget.
It's
That
okay.
reminds me. I did forget to look
I
through
did
any of like
forget-
the pull requests
that
or anything
reminds me,
else.
I did forget to look through any of like the pull requests or anything else.
And I know I saw some chatter on GitHub
I know
notifications.
I saw some chatter on,
from you and
GitHub
maybe a couple other people.
notifications, from you and maybe a couple other people.
All right, so let's see if this works.
So let's see if this works.
All right, so we want if you hit me,
so we
you should
want-
not show up in
If you hit me,
the
you should not
chat
show up
in the teammate
in
section.
the chat.
Okay, so Danny Fritz, Mir Clamp, with no teammates
okay,
because you're the
so
only two that
Danny
dropped.
Fritz,
Okay,
Mir Clamp,
perfect.
With no teammates because you're the only two that. Okay,
that
perfect.
means that. Also, Danny
that
Fritz,
means
hello.
that-
If I get
also,
no,
Danny Fritz, hello.
if there's no teammates,
If I
we shouldn't
get
even show
no,
that section.
If there's no teammates, we shouldn't even show that.
So
that
we can
section.
come into the credits here, and so in
we
no
come into the
we
credits
have
here.
with
And so
teammates.
no,
we really
have-
only want to do
with teammates.
if
We really only want to do if
teammates dot length is
teammates
greater
dot
than 0.
length is greater than 0.
We want to create this.
We want to create this.
And I might as well throw this in here as well.
I might as well throw this in here as well.
Just to make it like really obvious that this is happening together, and I can fold this entire section. Okay, so that way we're only going to show that teammate section, and then after everything goes up, we want to quit out of the game.
Everything goes up,
I think that's like the last thing to do.
Quit out of the game. I think that's like the last thing to do.
Okay, so when we were doing update, we probably want to check the locations of everything and remove them from the vector. So an update, we're moving everything up.
So an update,
stuff that credits retain. Okay, yeah, no, we are retaining. So we're removing them from up here.
Okay, yeah, no, we are retaining.
And then we want to say if.
And then we want to say
if self dot all credits dot length.
If self dot all credits dot length.
Okay, so if you're now equal to 0.
So if you're now equal to 0.
I want to quit out of the application. How do I quit? I don't think I've ever done that before.
How do I quit? I don't think I've ever done that.
Raven Legend, hello. Oh, that's is that an emote?
Hello. Oh,
that is a cool looking emote. Oh, there are two of them.
That is a cool looking emote.
Only Joey High and only Joey Smile. Oh, that's cool. I like
only
that.
Joey High and only Joey Smile. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Okay, so how do I quit?
Oh,
it's probably standard process exit. I really want. Okay, maybe there's something in.
Okay.
It's a sub emote. Oh, that's cool.
It's a sub emote. Oh, that's cool.
I probably want to search through. Oh, you redeemed Pet the Cat. We go search.
You redeemed Pet the Cat.
We go. I want to figure out how to like exit out. I wonder if GGEZ has something where I can like quit out of the loop. In the meantime, I'm gonna go see if I can find the cat. Unfortunately, the kitty cat's not in the immediate vicinity. So I can't do a pet the cat right now. But if he does come back again before the end of the stream, I will definitely pet the cat. Okay, so I bet it's in GGEZ. I bet. Let's go ahead. Come back to here. I think I can do a cargo dock open. We haven't installed too much new stuff, right? Since the last time we ran this? Okay, so I want to search through GGEZ. And I want to see like some kind of exit. Okay, so there's a quit. Terminates the event loop by setting context at continuing to false. Okay, so it's GGEZ event quit and then hand it context, which I have. I don't have right here. Because I don't have access to context. I can definitely
'Cause I don't have access to context.
hand
I can
context,
definitely,
but I wonder if it would make more sense
hand context.
to
But I
return
wonder if it would
a like
make
a
more
finished.
sense
Like, are we done
return
yet? So
a, like, a
if I
finished.
return something like a
are we done
boolean
yet?
here,
So if I return something like a
Um,
boolean here,
and we're just gonna return self dot all credits dot
and we're just gonna
length
return self dot all
um,
credits dot
is
length,
greater than 0.
um,
It's like, are we
is greater
finished?
than 0. It's like, are we finished?
I wonder if it also makes sense to like create a an enum
if
to
it
track
also makes
that
sense
to make
to,
it
like,
very
create a,
explicit, so
an
it's not
enum
just
to
a
track
boolean.
that to make it
But
very
okay, so if we have
explicit, so
this
it's not just
update
a
on
boolean.
credits,
But okay,
back
so
here in
we
the
have
main
this
library.
Update on credits. Back here in the main library.
Here's credits update, and so then we can say, okay,
Here's
if
credits update.
credits at
And then we
update,
can say, okay, if,
that means that we're still
credits at update.
updating and we're fine.
that means that we're still
If
updating,
not
we're fine.
credits update,
If not
then
credits
I want
update,
to
then I
do
want
GGEZ
do GGEZ
event
event
quit. Hand it the context.
quit. End of the context.
Okay, so as soon as the last
Okay.
as soon as
so
the last credit rolls up to the top,
as soon as the
it
last,
quits the game for us.
Credit rolls up
Perfect.
to the top. It quits.
What font am I using? Today we switched
Perfect.
over to the
what font am I using? Today we
JetBrains
switched over to
mono font
the
with ligatures on
JetBrains
to sort of experiment
mono
and play around with it. So far, it
with
seems pretty
ligatures
good.
on to sort of experiment and play around with it. So far, it seems pretty good.
Okay, so let's try running this again.
Okay, so let's try running this again.
And let's finish the let's play and end the
let's-
game and see whether or not
Let's finish
the
the
credits
let's
run
play and end the game and see whether or not
the credits run
the credits
properly.
run. The credits run properly.
Sorry, Raven Legend. I don't want to get hit by a heart.
I don't want to get hit by a heart.
Hey, that's nice. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I got
Hey,
an
that's
error
nice.
value.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I got an error value.
Oh, main.rs line 32.
Oh, main.rs line 32.
Interesting. Okay, because I unwrap here, as soon as we get that quit event,
Interesting. Okay, because I unwrap here, as soon as we get that quit event.
so I kind of want to match on this
So
join.
I kind of want to match on this join.
So if we get okay,
So if we get
we don't really care what you
okay,
are. We're done, right? So we can just
don't really care
do
what
a
you
print
are.
line.
We're done, right?
Um,
so we can just do a
Thanks
print line.
for playing.
Thanks for playing.
That's kind of what this is. And if we get the error,
That's kind of what this is. And if we get the
we're going to do
error,
an ePrint line.
we're going to do an ePrint line.
ePrint line. And throw in
ePrint
error
line.
that
And
crashed
throw in error
the
that
game.
crashed the game.
Error. Okay. So if we do that,
Error. Okay. So if we do that,
okay. It would be neat if you incorporated a countdown in both
Okay.
chat and on screen.
it would be neat if you incorporated a countdown. in both
A
chat
countdown for the end of
and
the
on
end of the
screen.
game.
A countdown for the end.
We
of the,
kind of
end
have
the
that,
game.
not in chat though. You're right about not being in
We
chat.
kind of have that. Not
We
in
have
chat,
this
though.
countdown here.
You're right about. Not
It's a
being in
visual
chat.
countdown for when
we have
I
this
win.
countdown here. It's a visual countdown.
if, like, the time
for
runs
when
out.
I win. If like the time runs out.
Over the start of the game, you're right. That would be really nice.
Over the start of the game, you're right.
That would be nice. Okay, so let's go and see if I can add that in.
Okay, so
where are you?
Let's go and see if I can add that in. Where?
GitHub here. Going to GitHub here. Issues. I don't have that right now, do I? I don't have that right now, do I? No. Yeah, the game starts. Okay, so here's what we want. New issue.
Yeah, the game starts. Okay, so here's what we want.
Delay.
Delay.
I guess like the issue is.
I guess like the issue is
match match game start to stream lag.
Game start to
So
stream lag.
while we can't fully predict the lag that players see, we can delay the start of the game by a few seconds, 10 or so, and put a countdown on screen and in chat to help chatters synchronize. Synchronize their commands.
Their commands.
And yeah, I think this would work out for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on.
Would work out for this.
There's a new feature.
And put it on.
Or request. This is also requested.
This is also requested by
Raven Legend 466.
Legend 466.
Okay. You say players get ready for chat versus streamer. The game will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Players get ready for chat versus streamer. The game will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and copy that out.
Go ahead and copy that out.
Okay, so throw this in here. All right, so that way we can sort of see what we want that to go with. Projects.
That to go with.
A milestone. Let's put this in a 1.0 milestone. And other labels. So we have enhancement.
Other labels. So we have.
Don't know if it's a good first issue. It's a new issue. All right, and we'll slowly start working on this. So we're so close. All right, what happened with this? The game automatically quit.
All right, what happened with this?
We got thanks for playing.
Quit.
Oh, and then this is part of the other one. So I think that worked. And then there's only one last thing that I want to do for this.
One last thing that I want to do,
which might take a little bit longer to get at than I have right now. But I guess like what I want to do is in assets. I want to create a new file. And I want to put in the contributors. So contributors dot txt. And we're going to say okay. We apologize for still being unable to contribute in terms of coding. Year 2 clinical psychology is a huge time consumer. Oh, don't worry at all. You're like, and this goes for any of you. Contributions to this involve being here and watching and lurking, being here and chatting, following, subscribing, bit spending, like coding. any of those are equally valid contributions, and I appreciate them all, and thank you all so much for just being here and hanging out with me.
And thank you all so much.
So please don't feel bad about that. Just giving suggestions for it. Like, I never promise I'll do them, but I do love to have them because it helps out a lot. So then what I want to do in here is like put the actual like the people who contributed go here. So for example, we're gonna put in Berserker.
So for example,
I did you know part of this, and I know off the top of my head we have. I don't know what the order that I want this to be in. I might do it in like alphabetical order.
I don't know what the order that I want this to be in. I might do it in like alphabetical order.
Did I spell that correctly?
Did I spell that correctly?
Sort of. It's like that. And then we have like Raven,
like that.
Legend 466. I think we have
466.
Oh, to do.
I think we have oh, to do.
Mirror Camp Clamp.
Mirror Camp Clamp.
Who else has helped out with this?
Who else has helped out with this?
DMB 1107.
DMB 1107.
I need to find out. I think I lost some people who were part of.
I think I lost some people who were.
Okay, you have a. Okay.
Okay,
you have a. All right. And I have this one open for the sword falling out of the arena, so I'll take a look at this. What's the contribution list for? So my plan is to come in here.
Contribution list for? So my plan is to come in here.
Let's move this like that. Make this nice and ordered by alphabet to make it easier to add in later. In credits, I can now inside of here.
In credits,
after we put chatters who hit,
inside of here,
if teammates right here, we're gonna then just put in
right here, we're gonna
essentially this.
Essentially, this
programmed by. And then we're going to have like the list of everyone who programmed it. And that will be it. Or like
of everyone who programmed
yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
And that will be
like programmed by all of us.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Like programmed by all of us.
And that'll be it. So the contribution list is like both for looking at it on GitHub, but also it affects the game too. But we'll have to grab those and like put them in next time. And then next time also, at the beginning of the stream, I'm gonna try to remember to take a look at this this pull request too. You didn't have program. Yeah, let's change that from programmed to.
You didn't have program. Yeah, let's change that from programmed to.
Because like yeah, you didn't program, but you help with ideas, and I think that's important.
Program, but you help with ideas, and I think that's important.
Like I could even do like multiple ones, where I do like
I could even
programmer
do, like,
program by or something like that.
Programmer program by or something like that.
I don't know what to name this. Oh, with built with the community. Built live on Twitch. With the community and
with the community.
There we go.
And
That'll be it. Maybe add your Twitch stream. Ooh.
Maybe
I kind of like that.
Ooh.
Oh, with many thanks to.
I kind of like
yeah,
that.
I like that. Okay.
Oh, with many thanks to. Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Okay. Built live on Twitch at.
Okay. Built live on Twitch at.
Zerker. Okay. And then another one.
Zerker. Okay. And then another one.
And then this one can be.
And then
with
this one can be
many thanks
with,
to.
Many
And then then down here
to
put in
then down
the
here,
contributors
put in
on
the
GitHub.
contributors.
That's what we can do.
On
the contributors on GitHub.
That's what we can do. Is the contributors on GitHub.
And so then I'll remove myself from here.
And so then.
And then Raven Legend, if you don't feel comfortable being in here, then that's fine. I can just add in
Raven Legend, if you don't feel
just the
comfortable being in here,
the
then that's
people who
fine. I
did
can just
actual
add
pull
in,
requests.
just
What this also
the,
means is that if you don't want, if you want a different username, than I have in here, please pull request that in.
Then I have in
And obviously I'll be happy to make that change.
Okay,
Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and open up Kraken.
Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and.
Oop, I have open files. Save you.
Oop, I have
Everything's. Just close you out now.
Everything's. Just close you out now.
Streamer game. All right, so.
Streamer game.
So credits.
All right, so
are closing
so credits
the game at the end of them. Next up will be to.
Next up.
What is that? Next up is going to be to.
What is that? Next up is going to be to.
I guess like add contributors.
I guess like add.
I think it'd be better if you put the names of only those who added contributors coding to the game, as is those individuals that help build the game. I'm fine with that.
As is those individuals that help
these
build
changes.
I'm fine with
so
that. I'm gonna commit.
then what I'm gonna do is
so
back to here.
what I'm gonna do is back to here.
So before I forget, let's go ahead and.
So before I forget, let's go ahead.
Contributors. I'll go ahead and remove you for right now.
Contributors.
Save that. Close you again. Change.
Save that.
Stage this. Amend this commit.
Change.
And there we go.
Stage this. Amend
And now we can go
this
ahead and push
commit.
that up.
And there we go.
My 5 minutes of ideas is not equal to the hours you put into building the game. Oh, don't worry about that.
Is not equal to the hours you put into
I don't worry about that. I think it's all important and good.
I don't worry about that. I think
and I really appreciate you all hanging out with me anyways.
And I really
so
appreciate you all,
I think this is all. I think we've all got set up here.
So I think this is all.
So that code is up on GitHub now. I have a link to that.
So that code is up on GitHub now. I have a link to that.
I have a link to that here at Bang.
I have a link to that here.
Bang repo.
Bang.
And it's the first one. Also, because the cat never showed up, unfortunately, I'll just go ahead and refund those points back to you, Raven Legend.
Unfortunately, I'll just go ahead and
even though I don't have like too many ways to spend the points yet. So maybe you probably don't need those because everybody has so many of them.
Maybe.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wind down. So I'm going to switch over to the ending screen. I noticed that Mr. Halsey just went live. But who else is streaming on the Rust team? Togglebit is streaming. But Togglebit usually ends shortly, right? Let's go ahead and raid Mr. Halsey. He just started, so he'll be waiting hopefully for a while. So go ahead and set that up. Channel to Mr. Halsey. Start that. Everybody, I am doing these streams every single weekday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, so I'll see you again tomorrow morning to continue working on this project. And sometimes I'm streaming on the weekends. I didn't stream this last weekend because I was just too exhausted. But hopefully I'll be able to be back to doing that schedule again. I do have to head off to work, so I can't hang out with you too much while we're watching Mr. Halsey. But I hope that you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.